Hello, my dear guys. My name is Svetlana. I just arrived to Turkey for Smyrna Mambo getaway and have nothing to do here in the evening, so decided to record a video, which I promised you to record. The video is about how do I analyze videos of my students. That will help you, hopefully, to analyze your own video and see mistakes that you possibly can do. I will tell you about 8 criteria that I go through. The first thing I'm looking at is the weight location, whether the weight is over the balls of your foot or the weight is over the heel. When the weight, sometimes it happens something in the middle, when the weight is over the balls of your foot when you make a step, but by default the weight is over the heel. It is neither of heel options are good, because when your weight is over the heel, you cannot control the moves. This is bad. Great dancers always have the weight over the balls of feet. This is the first thing that you have to change.
Hello, my dear guys. So we have 6 volunteers who sacrifice their videos for me to be able to analyze and have material to analyze. Guys, thank you very much in advance. I appreciate it. I know that it's not easy to open up yourself in front of so many people, and I'll try to be as dedicated as possible and not to hurt your feelings. We start with the video of Hoda from Morocco. You can see that she dances very beautifully. And I just give you a couple of seconds to form your opinion, and then I will tell you what I think. One very important criteria that shows me whether a person controls the weight or not, or how good the person controls the weight, is whether the steps are sticky or not. If you check her steps, you can see that every step is very sticky. So every time when she touches the floor with the feet, the foot never moves. Sometimes you can see that people touch the floor and then the foot slides a little. If the foot slides a little, that means that the weight is probably not being controlled very well. If you check properly her steps, you can see that her steps are very sticky. This is already a very good sign. Also, if you check her steps when she makes a step close by, you probably will have the feeling like the step is very like meaty, powerful, and soft. For example, this one. She loads the balls of her foot, and now, see, and the weight is like, now she already fell a little forward, but you can see that the step itself is like soft. It has meat, it has muscles. This is a good sign. That means that the weight was controlled over the balls. Now, for example, she was swinging the hips a lot, but you can still see like the legs are working and the movement looks beautiful. Chin. Now, that means that the weight was controlled over the balls of her feet. These steps are very good. This one was also very good. But also, you can see these kind of steps. For example, check now how does right leg. Because the left one worked well, but right one, you can see that those 2 steps, they looked a little like hard, yeah? Like she was a little bumping through the floor. Bump, soft one, and again bump. You can see that if for example, this one was also not a perfect one. If I stop here, you can see that in the moment when she landed, her weight was over the heel. And these steps, of course, they also exist when you dance, because when we dance, like there are tons of situations and our body always chooses the best way. The question is whether you have just a few steps like that or all of your steps look like this, or like majority of your steps. This is what you have to check. Dasha, volunteer number 2, an incredible dancer. If you check, just check your overall impression. If the steps look meaty and strong, that means that probably you or the person that you're checking controls the weight over the balls. Dasha most of the time controls her weight, of course, over the balls of her feet. And this is how you can see that like the steps indeed look very like strong. This is a brilliant example. Check this small step that she does. So in order to load your weight over the balls of your feet, you have to realize that your weight is actually here, where your hips are. So the best way to do that is to pull your hip bone forward towards the toes. And you can see that Dasha now, she had a necessity to make a bigger step. And you can see her intuitive reaction. Check this hip. Bam. See what she did? Like she made a bigger step. She knew that you had to push. And she moved the hip forward. Bam. just to make sure that she lowered the balls of her foot. Now also you can see that she stopped, and if you just check this line, like just to draw a line from the balls from the hips, from the center of her boot down, you can see that it goes through the balls of her feet. Also, please check this sequence of steps, what she does. So every time when she lands, you will see, like you will feel the muscles. This is basically how I feel it. I either feel the muscles in the legs or not. See, she starts the step, and you can see that like the feet and also entire leg is working. When she pushes from the floor, you can also see like the meat, yeah? She's making a step and it's always there. See, she always controls it. Whether you lift the heel or you put it down depends on how much time do you have. She doesn't have that much time. That's why she prefers to keep her heels up. But you can see that the like overall impression of work in her muscles is there. That means that the weight control is very good. Raquel from Australia. I love this video so much just because you can see a dramatic change which I already mentioned to her. If you check properly, I just give you a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds, probably, to form your impression. I would say rather than when she does partner work, every time when she lands, she has the weight, like not every time, but most of the times. Now it was a good form, for example, good step. The weight goes over the heel. That's why you have this impression of like harder steps. And it's a little like, can also feel like a little interrupted. Yeah, because when she lands and if the muscles are not working because the weight is over the heel, then you can kind of have the feeling of like something interrupted. For example, check this cross out. 3, 5, 6, bump over the heel, over the heel, over the heel. See? Even maybe if like on 2, she tried not to put her heel down, but you can see that like entire body weight is actually far beyond the heel. Yeah, that's why, again, it's like the feeling that the legs are not really working. But this one was also heel. Boom. See, it's like, it feels a little rough because the body weight is here, yeah, in her booty, and it goes over the heel. But now check what's going on. When I saw this moment, I was like, my God, she must be taking so many lady styling classes, because see, now when she doesn't do partner work, you can see that the weight transition changes and the impression of the movement changes, right? You can see that all the steps, they look like she uses the floor, the legs look strong, right? And the steps are like more controlled. And also you can see how much does the coordination change, right? Because the hips start to be involved as well, and the movement starts to be more mature. Just because the weight somehow, apparently at the solo classes, okay, I don't know, you tell me better, you were taught, yeah, to move like that. But when it comes to partner work, still the body takes over, because for our body is actually, it feels somehow safer to have the weight over the heels because our body feels kind of more balanced. But that's the main difference between like super cool advanced dancers. You can see that even if they have the weight over the heel, that's only because they wanted it, nothing uncontrolled.